Okay, good morning. Hope you have had a good night sleep. You're looking really a bit tired, but that should be a camp. My name is Seb. I'm from the Netherlands, and we're gonna do some baseball chokes. So we all need the gi, and we're gonna use the lapels a lot to make some less orthodox chokes from different positions. And the baseball choke, I don't know if you're really familiar with it, but we're gonna start really with the basics. So can we? What you're basically doing is from a standing position, you grab one hand, fingers inside, and the other hand goes your thumb inside. And you should have it like a baseball bat, like, and from there, the gripping, one hand inside, one hand outside, and you just turn. And it's making screaming funny noises, and if he does that, then you know your choke is working. So from the grip, you start to turn, and he taps. First of all, let's get to play both hands, figure out which hand has your privilege or your go-to hand. So make duos and let's try this one. Anybody having trouble with the grips? It looked kind of okay, and it was like the thing is, the more you attach your pinky with your thumb, the better the choke is. The more space there is, that gets a space for the blood flow, and you might need to use a bit more power to execute the choke. So the closer your both hands are, the better it is. So from here, from standing, we're gonna make some kind of like a sacrifice throw. And it's like a really surprising one. With this grip, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lie on my back like I'm being foot swept. And from that point, I'm gonna turn until he taps. So it's like this. And I scored many points with this, many wins with this technique just from here. And I also only have my fingers in his collar, and they don't expect these things. The 1 second you put your thumb in, you go lie down, and you're there. So it's like a really surprising throw that can catch a lot of people just by having this grip. So I'm having my hand upwards, my open hand in his collar, and I'm moving, and from here, there's the choke. If you hold it on too tight, you go to sleep. So please be a bit careful, don't over execute it, because I don't want people being unconscious here. So yeah, let's try it. 1, 2. The gripping looks really good. I've seen the throw looking good. But the finish of the choke, might be some space where your opponent is able to escape. So we want to try to minimize that. And when you're here, you're having the grip, you roll over. I don't want my forearm on his sternum, because from here there's no choke, there's only pressure. So I really want to slide the hand, the elbow of the hand that is open, slide it through. And there you have the finish. If you're like playing pressure, it's like uncomfortable for him, but he'll never tap. So from here, you slide your elbow through, and there you have the finish. Okay, that's the same thing we're gonna go over now from the bottom. And that's actually the first choke that I went to sleep with way back. And I still remember it because the dude who caught me in it, I was like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like being unconscious because I didn't see it coming. And I was trying to make a guard pass, and all of a sudden it was like boom, I was asleep. So the thing is, we're gonna go the same grips, same actions, and we're gonna just like a bait, like open up your guard, trying to make them pass, really easy. And most people, they are like with their instinct, they're like, oh yeah, there's an opening for a guard pass, let's hit it. And then they're kind of screwed. So I'm gonna like, from here, I'm having one hand inside his collar. And the hand that is open, that's the side you want him to pass. And if you're having like a butterfly guard or just some other guard here, I'm gonna set it up by putting my foot on the floor, which makes it really easy for him to make a pass. And from here, I sink in the choke. So one more time, I'm having a guard, and then once again, there's no danger until it's too far. If I'm having here a collar grip with a traditional choke, there's always some tension, he's like, whoa, there's something going on. He removes it, but from here, there's no danger. You're quite relaxed, you're okay. Nothing is like, okay, and I'm removing it, getting the hand there, and once again my elbow goes through. That's where you have to choke. Questions? No? Let's try. 1, 2. Got some questions. Do you roll him over your body in order to make the choke work more? It can be done, and mostly if you do the choke correctly, he'll tap or pass out before you roll him over. But yeah, if you're like a bit struggling and your grip isn't that good, you might just roll around to get the top position, and there you can readjust your grips. And that's the only sense where you made a little mistake in the first part. You don't have the connection with your hands. Then you might be safer rolling him over. But if you're like here and the space is a little bit, and I'm here and I'm trying to roll him over, I can readjust and I get the tap here. So if you feel like it's not really there, just roll on. But if you have the connection, and that's what I'm keep emphasizing, if you're having your thumb against your pinky finger, right there. He's a strong guy. Look how fast he's tapping. So it's like boom. And if you have the correct grip, he will tap out just before you roll over. But if you manage to didn't really have the grip, then I suggest rolling him over. Yeah? Okay. Now Ken can do it with me. I'm going to show you some defense, which the top guy might execute. So I'm passing, he's sinking in the choke. Here I'm passing. So the closer he gets, the stronger he is. So what I want to do, stretch and put my knee on his stomach. And make an upright posture. Now I'm safe. So, one chance for you to escape. If you feel like you're passing and you're like, oh, I fucked up, stretch it out. Put your shin on his hip. Don't be here, because here you'll tap. Stretch out, make a posture. Make his arms as long as possible. So from here, I'm safe. And I can take him over. Question?
You can stretch up or out. You can do either.
Up, make a posture. So one more time. He's having this grip, I'm passing his guard. If I'm close, I'll tap. So I put my shin on his hip and I'm gonna look up until his arms are too long, or my neck is too far away for his arms. Yes? Okay, let's try it. 2. Okay, so now we're having like the defense gone through. So if the situation is there and you have an opponent that's trying to block your baseball choke, there's still a way where you can finish it, even though there's a knee on your stomach or on your hip. So from this position, I'm having the grips, he's with his knee on my stomach and he's trying to make posture. What I want to do is I'm going to switch my legs and I'm going to roll. And I'm giving up my back, but that's what the choke makes it work. So it's like a kind of a risk and it's really awkward being here, like out of your reach almost, in order to make the choke. But there's that little gap where you can tap him and you can almost like an alligator roll and roll and roll and roll and roll through in order to finish the choke. So he's blocking the first attempt and I'm switching my legs and roll. And here, he's on my back, but he's tapping and he's making funny noises. So if you feel there's the tension on your hip and he's trying to extend your arms, just roll through, just roll and keep rolling. Never stop rolling until he's tapping. One more time. He's knee on your stomach. I'm rolling. And at the first time it might feel a little awkward when you're like here, but if you keep rolling, he's in so much trouble. Questions? Okay, let's try. 1, 2. Was everyone okay with this one? It's a little awkward to give away your back, but it's like rewarding because every turn you make, it's like a corkscrew. It's like getting tighter each roll that you make. So it's something you should try in training a lot before using it in competition, because if you like slipping your hand out or something, you're giving away your back. So just try to perfect it, trying to make it better each training before you use it in competition. But I had some success with it, so it's like a really cool move to win matches with. We're gonna do one more, and it's from the top position, and it's either if I'm making a knee cut pass or I'm having a knee on stomach. I also want to be baseball choking him from there. So Ken is on his back, and I'm like making a knee cut pass. Either if I'm there or I'm not really past already, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my fingers inside his collar. And from here, there's not a real threat yet, because I'm not have yet passed his guard. There's no choking thing going on already. In opposite, when I'm here, he's gonna try to block it. And it's a really natural reaction because you don't want to be choked. So every time I make a cross grip for a standard choke, I might choke him, but his hands are already there. And that's not the case when you have him here, because I'm not yet attacking his neck. I'm only making like a balance point. I'm gonna put some of my weight on it. I'm just having like my hand on the mat. And it's not like there's a real threat. So he might be okay with it. He might focus on, yeah, and that's the thing I want to do. I want him to do. I want him to turn to his side. He's putting his knee against, but now I only have to put the grip in and the elbow down. And it's like when you're in the knee cut, I'm here and I'm just waiting for him to make the turn. Maybe he put his knee in, maybe not, but if he's on his side, it's good. The other hand comes in later, and ideally you put the thumb in, but if there's not enough space or this gi is too thick, you can always grab a piece of clothing, anything, and from there, you're putting your elbow down. It's like instant choke. So if I'm on a knee and stomach, it's the same thing. You can choose whatever position is better for you. I'm just putting my weight here. And when I'm knee on stomach, yeah, he's trying to get my weight off because it's uncomfortable. He's trying to his side. Okay, boom, that's mine. So if you're like putting your elbow down, your bottom foot goes into the stretch like a hurdle position, and you put your weight on his neck. Yeah, one more time. Sorry, okay. No. So he's trying to turn to his side, and I might be, we're struggling, and I'm here. Boom. It's that quick. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2.
But you can do it to him now.
There's one small defensive thing that you can apply if you're having that being baseball choked from the side control or from the knee on stomach. So there's a little option if you can. He's blocking the baseball hand, the baseball arm, and framing. I'm not going to get the choke because my elbow needs to go down. And from here, it's like a little difficult to put the pressure on because there's a frame. This frame is really solid. So if he stands his elbow on the ground and frames on my baseball hand, I'm not having it. Options for that are, 1, I turn my head towards his hips, I turn around, or I make a roll to create space, let him there. So there are 2 ways to finish it, even though there's a block from his bottom arm. So one more time. I'm here, and he's blocking, he's making this frame. One option, I turn, put my head on his hip, and make like a cross choke. Option number 2, if I'm like here, he has no block, there's no frame anymore. And he might try to push me down, but I slide it through and there's a choke as you wanted it. So it's almost time. Try these 2 moves and then we'll finish the class. Yeah, thank you. 1, 2. Okay, let's finish this class. Thank you so much for attending. Hope you've learned something. And I would like to have a picture, but not a standard picture because I have lots of them. I want you all to grab each other in a baseball choke standing, smile, and we'll make a group photo from that. Is that okay? Cool.